My dear students, wherever you are, a good morning, a good afternoon, and a great day to all of you. In our last meeting, we introduced ourselves to what we call spreadsheets. So by the time we had to go in for that holiday, the holiday of 1 week, within that month we had discussed about, in one of the lessons, I started my discussion about spreadsheet. But you know, my friends, that there at school, when we were there at school, we had gone through the theory part of this program called spreadsheet. And now, within the other lesson also, I had a simple recap over it, and today let us also continue. Our major interest in line with this topic was to go through the practical part of it. But nevertheless, let us move on. We briefly go through it very fast, then we switch to the practical part of it. We say that a spreadsheet is all about a grid of rows and columns used to perform calculations. That spreadsheet is all about a grid of rows and columns that help in the process of performing calculations. Subdivision of various rows and columns that used in performing calculations. We agreed within our last meeting about this topic that spreadsheets are broadly subdivided into two. We have two types of spreadsheets. We have what you call the manual spreadsheets and also what you call the electronic spreadsheets. We agreed that the manual ones are organized on what you call papers. That day I laid a very good example of what you call a graph book. And I told you a graph book is a spreadsheet. I talked about what you call ledger books. They are also called what? Spreadsheets. So that's what we said. Then we said that since our major interest we are in line with computing environment, we shall over talk about what you call electronic spreadsheets that are organized by use of computers. The electronic ones, whenever we hear about the word electronic spreadsheet, we say that one takes us to what you call spreadsheet softwares. And we agreed that electronic spreadsheets are formulated by use of what you call spreadsheet softwares. So the electronic spreadsheets are organized by use of what you call spreadsheet software. And what is a spreadsheet software? A spreadsheet software, we agree that is an application. It is an application or a program that is used for performing calculations. Yes. So spreadsheets, they allow users to enter, store, and organize their work and perform calculations easily on that work. So it is a grid of rows and columns that makes use of what you call a program that is made up of a grid of rows and columns used to organize, store, and perform calculations on data. That day I also listed some of the examples of spreadsheet softwares. As you can see in the list, we say that we have what you call Microsoft Excel, the Lotus, the case spreadsheet, and so on. We say that we have what you call the basic terminologies, the words that whenever we hear about them, we should understand their meaning in relation to spreadsheet. We said you have what we call active cell. Yes, active cell. And you agree that whenever we hear about the word active cell, yes, somebody is referring to that cell you are working on within that spreadsheet. So every time where the cursor is placed, the cell where the cursor is placed within the spreadsheet you are attending to, that one is called the active cell. Then we said you have what you call cell reference, and I told you that every time you hear about the cell reference, just know that they are referring to the name of that particular cell. That's why we are saying the column letter and the row number, the name that is attached to that particular cell. Okay, then it's grid lines. These are all about the horizontal and vertical lines within a spreadsheet. They are called grid what? Grid line. When we say that sheet tabs, they identify the worksheets within the workbook. So the spreadsheet itself is made up of what you call a workbook, the whole of it. Yes, that electronic spreadsheet, the whole of it is called a workbook. But within it, we have what you call various worksheets. And the sheet tabs, they are used to identify those particular worksheets. Okay, so that's it, my friends. We also talked about that last time, that a value, yes, we said that a number that can be entered into a cell, any entry that is in the form of a number and its main purpose is to use it to perform calculations. It is called a value. Any numeric entry with the intention of using it to perform calculations within that spreadsheet is called a value. Then we said a workbook, a collection of various worksheets, is called a workbook. That is what we said. Then we said a worksheet is just a single sheet within a workbook. A single sheet within a workbook is called a what? Okay, that's what we said. We said also a name box that is used to display the cell address. A name box is used to display the cell address. It's used to display the cell address of the cell that is currently being worked upon. Yes, it's referred to as what? A name box. For example, when you try to look at this, let me try to apply some grid lines here for people to understand very well what I'm talking about. And when you are very observant very well here, this is what we call a name box. This cursor here, currently the cell I'm attending to is this one, and at the top here you can see this one is what you call the name box. That's why there I'm saying a name box is all about, it indicates the cell reference of the active cell within our worksheet. Then I've talked about what you call the worksheets. Yes. Here you have seen the sheet tab. This is what we call the sheet tab. So the whole of this one we agree that is called a worksheet. This sheet is very large that can accommodate a lot of data. Here on the top is labeling ABCD up to Z, then to continue. So when I want to add another worksheet, I'll just click on this plus sign. When you click on it, you observe that a new sheet has to be established. See? So this one now I'm in sheet 2. This one is sheet 1. So it is a matter of clicking on that plus sign there. Then you'll be able to get another worksheet. Okay. Then we have also said that we have what we call labels, and labels are referred to as text entries. Normally we use labels to label column headings, row headings. That's when we use labels. For example, I may say here name, age. Age, maybe physics, science, math. I see. So that one is a label. Name is a label, age is a label. Yes. use them to establish. For example, the names we have Kamia, Joel, Lule, Daphne, Fatuma. I think that, yes, these ones are. Then here you find that I have some entries, the numeric entries. These ones are values, 56, 67. Yes, these are. Oh, let me try to reduce on the years. Maybe this one is 12, this one is 14. These ones are values. They are numeric entries with the aim of using them to manage our calculations. Maybe in physics you scored 56, 67, that's 23. Then in science maybe you scored 78, 45, 34, 23, 67. Maybe in this one we scored that, like that. Like that. So these ones are values, whereas these ones are labels. They are labels. That's why we are saying that labels are text or numbers that are not used for calculation. Any entry that you can enter within your spreadsheet and you are not going to use it to perform calculations, but may be for acting as particular demarcations for particular cells and columns, it is called what? A label. Then a value, we enter it with the purpose of using it to perform calculations. Then I also told you that the whole of this one, it is called a workbook. It's called a what? A workbook. Within this workbook, we have what you call individual worksheets. Yes. Okay. Then we have what you call the common features of spreadsheet program. The common features of spreadsheet program. We have what you call the ribbon. The ribbon contains multiple tabs, each with several groups. People, let me display again my work here so that you can see what I'm talking about. Yes, shall go back there when we are doing these calculations. Now I'm talking about the features, common features. We have the toolbars, the formula bar, the single grid, the current worksheets, the main area, task pane. Some of these ones I'm not going to look at them, let us first deal with them. I want to begin with what you call the ribbon as the main feature. Ribbons contain what you call multiple tabs. I'm going to use this very program I'm using now. You see, this one is a ribbon, yeah? Ribbon. Now, this one, the whole of this one is the ribbon. Within this ribbon, we have what you call tabs. This one is a tab. So this one is also available in spreadsheet program. So that ribbon on the top has a number of tabs that when you click on a number of them, you're able to perform calculations. Since these programs work as sisters, we can be able to learn a number of things from this one as we are referring to spreadsheet. The ribbon can allow you to hide tab contents. For example, when you look at mine on the screen now, the tab contents here, this one is a tab and it has contents within. Yeah? I see. When I click on it, there are contents within. But you see, at a certain time T, those tab contents are what? Are hidden. Now they are not hidden. I can hide it by right clicking here, put the cursor there, right click and choose collapse the ribbon. Are you seeing? Now I'm using my screen very well without being disturbed by the ribbon contents. Are you seeing? Right here, right click, then choose collapse ribbon. Now you see they are now active. The ribbon is active. When I want it to go away, right click and choose collapse ribbon. It is nowhere to be seen. If I want to interact with the contents within those tabs, I'll have to click there, but they are not displaying their contents on the screen. Okay, we move on. We have columns. The vertical segments that you see on the spreadsheet are called columns. And the rows, you have seen the rows. The horizontal segments are called rows. Then a cell, each box that is created from a row and a column. Yes, each box is referred to as a what? A cell. In other words, it's referred to as an intersection of a row and a column. Let me display it again, because this is a practical thing. Over talking about the theory part of it is not good. So the columns are these ones. Columns, then rows. Yes, the rows, they run horizontally and columns run vertically. Each box here is called a cell. An intersection of a row and a column. Now, each cell has what you call a name, or the one we refer to as a reference. I told you that we establish cell names by picking the top alphabet, then we attach it to the vertical numbers. For example, on the top here we are having A, B, C, D, E, F, G up to Z and so on. Then this side we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and going downwards. Now when you combine the alphabet on the top and the number on the vertical side, you formulate the name of that particular cell. For example, this is cell. Yes, this cell is F. On the top there is F, and this side we have 5. So this one is called cell F5. That's why here in the name box this displaying F what? F5. So this is the name of that particular cell. This is the cell address of this particular cell. Yes. Okay, we continue, my friends. Now, data types that can be entered into a spreadsheet. In spreadsheet, you can enter what you call labels and values. So in spreadsheet, you can be able to enter values and labels. And you have agreed that a label is all about text entries or numbers that are not meant for calculations. They are called labels. And you have agreed that values are all about text entries that are meant for, numeric entries that are meant for performing calculations. Okay. Okay. Let us now discuss about what you call spreadsheet features. The spreadsheet features. The first one we are going to talk about is called saving. The first spreadsheet feature we are going to talk about is called saving. Whenever you hear about features of spreadsheet, just know we are referring to those key things that are uniform to all spreadsheet programs. Yes, that are uniform to all spreadsheet programs. For example, we are saying that saving, that spreadsheets enable users to create a file and save it and save that workbook for future reference. Yes. So all of them, they are inbuilt with that capability to keep our files for future what? For future reference. We can use those files and we keep them for future what? Future reference. So after creating my spreadsheet or after generating my workbook, I can keep that workbook somewhere and use it for future what? Future reference. Called spreadsheets. Then, how to save. Okay, let me display how to save. How to save a workbook within a spreadsheet, so that people can understand very well what we are talking about. I'm through with displaying now the spreadsheet. If I want to save this workbook, I'm through with organizing my work. I'll click on File, then select the option for Save. Now this one is already saved somewhere. Maybe I want to attach it with another name. Yes, Save. Then here it is asking me the location where I want that one to be. Yes, I want it to be maybe on desktop. Yes, I'll click on desktop. Then afterwards, it will take me through the process of identifying the file name. Which name do I want to attach to that workbook of mine? Maybe I want to call it Senior 5. Yes, Senior 5 work. Yes, so this is the name, the file name. And here it is asking save as type what? I want to save it as my Excel workbook. Are you seeing what I've told you? That a workbook is a collection of various worksheets. That's why here it is also saving it as a what? A workbook. Then when I'm through with that, I'll click on what? Save. Now my workbook is saved. I can always refer to that workbook. When I'm through, I'll just come here and click on that feature for close, that button for close. Then it will go away, and every time I can open and access that workbook of mine, and I use it. So it is the feature inbuilt within the spreadsheet programs. They have what you call columns and rows. Every spreadsheet is made up of what you call rows and columns. Our spreadsheet programs we are referring to. We have seen that very well, the rows and columns. Yes. Yeah, they have what you call autocomplete features. Yes, in order to speed up what you call data entry. This feature I also discussed about it in Microsoft Word. That it is a feature that allows users to type the first few characters of the word. Then automatically the program is able to complete the remaining word. So in case you have a lot of work you want to deal with within your spreadsheet program, you can use what you call autocomplete feature. Then it allows you to type just first few characters. Then the rest is finished by the program itself. My friends, you have what you call formulas. Formulas, they are mathematical expressions. They are mathematical expressions that make use of what you call mathematical operators. Yes, these are expressions that are used for performing calculations through use of what you call mathematical operators. The mathematical operators, for example, the plus, yes, you have a number of mathematical operators such as the plus, the minus. Let me display them here. I hope people are seeing there very well. Yes, we have what you call the plus. Yes, it is a mathematical operator we use to perform calculations. We have the minus. Yes. We have the minus, comma. We have what you call the asterisk for multiplication. We have the forward slash for division. Yes, and some others. So in any calculation we shall perform within our spreadsheet, and we shall use such operators linked with cell addresses, and we perform calculation. We shall say we have used what you call a formula to perform calculations. For example, I want to get the total here. I'm interested in getting the total here. Let me see. Okay, I want to get the total. Let me try to bold this, give them a different color, so that at least my work may look somewhat organized. Yes, I'm applying cells. The inbuilt demarcations for cells within here cannot display when you are printing. So if you want your work to be printed out with such lines indicated very well for your cells, you apply borders. So you select the part where you want the cells to be selected, to be applied on, then you click here. Then you come and select all borders. Total. My friends, we have said that formulas help us to perform calculations within our spreadsheets through use of what you call mathematical expressions. So through use of mathematical operators. Now I want to use a mathematical operator to get the total score of Kamia. Yeah? I want to get the total score of Kamia, but I'm using mathematical operators. Note that all calculations we perform within our spreadsheet programs, we are supposed to use what you call, or we are supposed to begin with what you call equal sign. So I will say equals. Yes, I want to get the total. I'll click on the first cell that contains the value. Yes. Then here I'll say plus the second one, that plus this. Are we seeing that? When you are through with doing that, with selecting those cells that you want to be included within your formula, then you press enter key. Are we seeing? And when you press enter key, you will find that the result is generated. So the total sum of physics, that and that, and the function that the formula that you have been used is being displayed in the formula bar here. Yes, the formula bar is displaying our answer. Good, that's very good. And let me take it that members, you have got me very well. I'm repeating for those ones who have not got me very well. I've said that say equals, then you put the cursor in the first cell where that contains the value that you want to add. Then you say plus this, then you press enter key. That's one way. Okay, so this one is the formula bar. It displays the function that is being used. Okay, then this one is the name box. I talked about it. That's one way. We said we can also group our work. We have also another mathematical operator called brackets used for grouping content. Say equals, you open brackets, physics, you say plus that, you close, you press enter. Now, my friends, in spreadsheet, when you are through with generating the first answer, other answers are all completed automatically through use of a feature that is referred to as Autofill. So Autofill is the feature that helps you to automatically generate other answers for some other cells. So you take the cursor here where there is that plus, then the cursor will change to a plus sign, then you drag downwards. As you drag downwards, the answer is automatically generated for all other for all other cells. Let me take it, my friends. You are getting me very well over that. So I've used a formula to perform my calculations. Yes. So it is a feature that is within the spreadsheet programs that help us to perform calculations. Another one is called functions. We are going to interact with functions and formulas within this program when we are dealing with our calculations. And every time you hear about the word a function, just know that these are pre-programmed formulas. They are pre-programmed what formulas? They are the already set formulas within our program. Let me display that what I'm talking about, people to see it very well. Then we shall go back there. I'm saying functions are pre-programmed formulas. They are inbuilt formulas within our program that help us when we are performing calculations. So we use functions to manage our calculations easily, but you will find that such functions are already available. They are inbuilt within the program itself. For example, we have a function called sum, average, max, and mean, etc. There are many. They are used in the process of performing what? Calculations. Okay. So they are called what? Functions. Let us move on, my friends, to another part as we are coming towards the end. We're almost coming to the end of our lesson. We have just some few minutes that are remaining to come to the end of our lesson. Let us go back here. I want us to also engage ourselves in using one of those functions you have seen to perform a calculation of getting the total. Now I'm going to use, here we have used formula. I want to use the function to get the very total. The very total, so that people get to know that when you use a function and a formula, you can reach the same answer. For example, the function that is used for getting the total is the sum. So I've told you, I told you in the beginning that in every time you perform calculations in spreadsheets, we have to begin with what you call equal signs. Equals to sum. Are we seeing? Open the brackets. It is asking you summing from where to where. I want sum from here. Then you drag up to where you want to stop, up to there. You close. Press enter. So you are through with generating the answer. Then when you are through with that, you autofill. Then other answers will automatically be generated. Here we have used a function, and here we used a formula to manage our calculations. My friends, let me hope you are getting me very, very, very well. So we have a number of functions which are always interact with, and a number of formulas. And we have agreed very that formulas we just play around with cell addresses and mathematical operators, whereas functions are inbuilt what? Formulas within the program. On the screen, you can see when you click on what you call the formula bar. Formula tab. Are you seeing the formula tab? It has what you call a number of what you call functions. That's why I've told you that a function is all about inbuilt what? We have those ones. The total sum, and using that there we have what you call the average, the count, the max, the mean. I see. Yes. Seeing such functions, the count, those ones are functions. We are supposed to use all of them. We have financial. They are grouped according to particular areas. Financial functions, you can see them. There are many. Yes. When you go in for that accounting section, you use a number of them. We have the logical ones. Yes, these ones, the many use them when we are comparing. Yes. Yes, you have the text ones. You can see. Okay. The date and time. Are you seeing that? Yes. In case you want to identify the particular date of a certain year back, or the particular day for that, so like that we shall use them. We have the addresses and references. See, okay, these ones are all functions. There are many. We use them. Yeah. So if you are there and you think that there are very few, and they are grouped. You have the statistical, the engineering, the chewable, information, compatibility. There are many of them. So we shall use them slowly as we are moving on. Members, I want us today to conclude our discussion for today by just engaging ourselves with just some of the few things here. For example, if you are interested in getting the average score, I want to get the average score. I want to get the highest score, the lowest score, the median score. Yes, such we want to see. If I want to get the average, you can get the average using the formula or the function. So by sure to use the function, you say equals to average. These functions, for me, I know them within my head. That's why I just type them manually. But if you don't know them, you can go to the formula bar, formula group, then you select the function you want to use. Equals to average of what and what, average of this up to there. Then when you are through, you close, you press enter. The average mark will be generated, then you autofill. Yes. So in case you see that the number of decimals are many and you want to reduce on them, you can come here, you reduce. Here I've increased, then you can reduce the number of decimal places. Then the lowest, I want to know the highest, could score the highest mark in physics. Yes, the function that is used for highest equals to max. Open the brackets from where to where, from there to there. You close. When you are through with closing, you press enter. And this is our answer. Let me try to label them with maybe a different color so that they can be identified very fast. Like that. Okay, so this one is the one. You see the function being used is there. When you are through with that, I'm not going to waste time for every entry here. I will just autofill horizontally. See? Yes. When you autofill, it is able to generate what you call, yes, the highest. Then the lowest, I will say equals to mean. Open the brackets from where to where, From here to I want the minimum. The minimum is all about the smallest, can say the smallest, the least scored mark within that paper towards 20 fill. Then if I want to get for others, I'll just autofill. I will not waste my time. Then the median, the median value equals to median. That one's very easy. It is equivalent to median itself. You open the brackets, the median from where to there. Then you do what? You close. Press enter. Just autofill. You see? So you find that you can perform calculations through use of formulas and functions within your program, and you're able to do it. My friends, we are going to stop here for today. Within our next meeting, we are going to go into what we call more detailed calculations when we are using this program. I'm going to come up with numbers which we are going to handle with you, my friends, so that by the time you come back, we are well equipped with using this program. Don't sit behind where you are there at home. Can you go to your computer? In case there is no Microsoft Office package, you can request a parent to buy for you that Office, then you install on your computer, you try out these things. Some of our phones we use, they come with what you can install Microsoft Office, or you can install any other spreadsheet application. The model functionality is almost the same in all other applications. My friends, with those few words, I want to say a good day to all of you. Until we shall meet again, I remain your teacher, Mr. Serubamba Asman. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.